has been inscribed. It has been inscribed, it has been written, the story has been told, and it has been shared amongst most, if not all of us, in different ways. Well, at least for me, it was shared. I saw the dictionary. They show me a math equation and a telephone. One was a rotary dial. The other one was a push button. Now I have it on screen. Now I have it tap. And now I just have to speak to the phone with touching nothing at all but the vibration in the air. You have it all, my friends. You have geometric shapes creating the alphabet, creating shapes in which we call shapes. We don't have a geometric shape for color, do we? See, colors and shapes are a little bit different. Is it almost like mixing the milk with the meat? Michael Jackson, how does Michael Jackson come into this? How does plus plus, how can we get some paper over here? I have no paper. I think I put a piece of paper. I try not to go anywhere without a piece of paper in my pocket. Paper in your pocket, my friends, is like gold in your mind, the gold of knowledge. To know it, to know that you don't know it all is one of the greatest things of all time. So this is minus plus, this is plus plus, this is minus plus, and this is minus minus. So you see there's two zones that are the same. And if you use it as these zones, it would be A and it would be I, or it would be A and it would be D, 49. Remember that. Why? Because in this corner, usually the 9 goes. And if we count area space, we count area space above. Because that line divides, it shows it has its own area space. And then the top part has its own area space, the balance of area space. And then when this has an area space, it shows that is an area space in between. And now we have, from 4, we now have 9. The creation of the cube and differentiating the different spots. So now we have, and then we also have the AM and we have the PM. So we're going to relate that to the alphabet, 1 and 4 and 7 and 4. This one becomes Jesus. This one becomes AD, birth in the sun. This one becomes 7 and 4, creation through the moon. Why? Because the 1 and 6, the 16th letter, how can I describe this? How can I tell you this? You have to see the difference. It's the difference that tells another story. What you're actually looking for and what you're not looking for, and why you're not looking for it is because you're actually looking for its opposite. You're not looking up, you're looking down. You're not looking in, you're looking out, outward from. But when you look into something, you're actually looking outward and knowing that what's in there will be coming out at you. It's not there, so you're looking inward to see something come outward at you. What are you looking for in order to find it? It has to come outward. Anyways, regardless of that, Michael Jackson is 10 and 13. MJ, Michael Jackson, 10 and 13, 1 and 3 equals to your male 4. Jackson 5, because 3 is created from 1 and 2, and 1 and 2 will create your 3, and your 3 and 2 equaling to your 5. Your 4 and 1 will create your 4 and 5, equaling to your 9. Your 1 and 2 will equal to your 5. Your 1 and 3 will equal to your 7. And your 1 and 4 will equal to your 9. Your 1 and 5 will equal to your 11, will now equal to your 2, and that will be bringing the sun into Venus. The numbers are speaking to us through the words. Now, the story, what does it mean? It's a story. If you want to relate it to this creation and a possibility that it did come out and this is the way it did, then fantastic. Put it to where serves you good. Does it wake you up? Does it tell you an alternative story? How Mars, hexagon, buzzing bees, yellow and black. 2992, April 1st, cometh of Jesus. The egg has come, but it's not April 1st, it's April 4th, because he came 3 days after. He was in this world 3 days before, so now we're going to go 3 days after. Born 3 years before time 0, death of 30 AD is, did I get that right? So did I get that right? I was looking at something the other day. Did he die in 33 or in 30 AD? 30 AD. Anyways, help me figure that one out. Very important. So we understood Michael Jackson. He is number 23. How can we create all the 10s? How can we create all the 13s? A razor blade, okay? A razor blade, when we connect 8 and 11, which is 8 and 2, the cycle to the moon, the first connection is the 1 and 3, which is the CDC cycle. Okay, why? Because 13, 1 times 3, 1 plus 3, okay, creates 3 and 4. The 13, M in Roman numerals, okay, M in Roman numerals, okay, is 1,000. D is 500. We can't not forget this. I'm just telling you the way it is. Like the cap of the ace is a D upside down with a C. So the ace is telling you DC. That's how it's created. 7 times 7 times 7, 343 DC. We must repeat back to the ship to get the message. We must have all the people, all the pip, repeat the message back to the ship. If it's a story and it came through numbers, this is the story that the numbers say through the alphabet and dictionary, and what does it mean through the definitions, and through the way you put the story together to what the story means. Not each and individual part of the story weaving its way, telling a greater picture into creation. What does it say to you? Michael Jackson, there were other things. Michael Jackson is also MJ, meaning 420. So that already tells you about the cat. The number to the cat is 2442. The number to the word 5 and 9, E-I-E-I-O, right? Because we're 5 and 9. It's 5 and 4 creating 9. Look at the cards. Understand games. Understand colors. I'm not going to put it out here now on a piece of paper because I'm not standing in the middle of nowhere, and I make it up as I go according to what the numbers and words tell me. Nothing other than Union Jack, Mars, the moon, all coming together right now. So what are the words of return? What are the words are we using for return? See, we're going to satellite now. We're going to digital. So 44 is 33. So they were right. 33 is on the return because 44 is on the return. Imagine this. You try to get so bad, and when you try to get bad, you're pushing good completely to be so good, and as good as they are, they're as bad as they're bad, because good have to be bad in order to combat. So here's how it goes. If I pull this string here, if I pull the rope, let's say there's a rope, let's say there's a band. The underside of the band is good. The top side of the band is bad. No matter how hard you pull the bad, the good is going to stay just as close. Anyways, Raphael, MJ, don't forget that. MJ, 10 and 13. There's equations that go with it. 6 and 6 is 12. How do we get 13? How do we get 13? What two numbers make 13? 9 and 4. 8 and 5. 7 and 6. So what goes along with 13? Those numbers. Now just remember, NBERPHILIA, Philadelphia Freedom, and it sounds like pedophilia. What does the philia part mean? The difference between pedo, okay, and that's why it was Pinocchio and Geppetto, right? So names do mean something. So if names do mean something, then the story must be telling the truth. Star system math. Create 3 with 11. Create 5 with 12. Create 7 with 13. Create 9 with 14. Create 11 with 15. Create 13 with 16. Create 17 with 25 or 52. Create 19 with 13 and 34. Create, anyways, there's a triple side to this. Have a nice afternoon.